the most recent example was the last election, 2010, Cuyahoga County in Ohio. They met the threshold because they had the 5% or 10,000 citizens who were Puerto Rican born. So that also will throw you into the requirements, the mandate, if you have a certain number of Puerto Rican residents living in the jurisdiction. So, and they spent about $100,000 just to provide them in English and Spanish for that election alone.
I don't think I've been reading enough. When I read that 25 states had been ordered to produce bilingual ballots, I thought that was something new, but if the parameters are 10,000 citizens or 5% of the population, I would assume this has been going on for a long time, right?
Right. It's been happening since 1975. So, decades. And the original intent, when they, added this amendment in 1975, because originally the Voting Rights Act did not include this bilingual ballot requirement. They added it in the 70s, basically for educational reasons. They said, these groups didn't really have historically the same access to education that some other groups did. So it was basically just a temporary remedy to help them in voting so they weren't disenfranchised. However, now Asian Americans and Indian Americans, meaning people from India, they have some of the highest levels of, educational achievement in the country, but they're still being included as needing language assistance. So it's really unnecessary. It's, long overdue to be repealed, and it's really an unfair burden on these jurisdictions that many of them, especially the states, there are 3 states where they have to provide a bilingual ballot for the entire state, and those are California, Florida, and Texas. These states are already cash-strapped, especially California, of course. They already have, major budget deficits.
Oh, and he's gone.